Your specific person is just a thought away. And I know you've heard manifesting was easy, but we are going to make it the easiest and most effortless thing you have ever done. And it all has to do with raising your standards and going first class in every single thing that you do. Because let's think about the thoughts that we are having right now, and let's say we want to change them or align them with our end state. All of our thoughts that led us to the state that we are in are not going to take us to where we want to go. Meaning that if we want to change from being single into a state of being with our specific person, we need to act, think, and believe from a whole new level. And this is something that can happen right here and right now. Because really, what is stopping you? And we know that single thoughts, single actions, single beliefs just create the feeling of singleness. So what I want you to do beginning right now, at this very moment, you are going first class in everything that is happening. You are raising your standards in every single thing that you are doing. So you are no longer allowed to think any single thoughts, have any single beliefs, or do any single actions. And the cool thing about this is when you begin to shift in that way, by raising your standards and going first class in everything that you do, you actually, as a byproduct, raise your self-concept. Because I want you to think of your self-concept and your standards as two lines in which you operate in. So the lower portion of this is your standards. It's where you will not go below. And so these are things we need to raise up because we cannot be getting ourselves into any single thoughts and actions and behaviors from here on out. So now we are raising that bar. But this top bar is going to be our self-concept. And this is the thing that when you receive something or manifest something that goes above it, we actually get into a state of self-sabotage. So have you ever manifested or received something and felt as if it was too good to be true? Or you manifested something and your body ended up destroying it or going against it? If this has happened, this is just something that goes above our self-concept or what we feel we deserve, and our mind needs to pull it back in order to set it within our limits. But the same thing happens in the bottom end of the spectrum. If something goes below what we feel we deserve and our standards, we're going to push it up above that, and we are not going to accept anything less. But really quickly, before I move on, I wanted to talk about that self-sabotage or that limit. We need to be on a lookout for this all the time, because I literally had 3 calls today with 3 different people who all were manifesting more than they were expecting. And a couple of them, or actually all 3 of them, were in my weekly calls, but they all were manifesting more than they were expecting. And you could see that they were kind of uncomfortable with this. And I know that sounds funny to say, that you manifesting more than what you want is going to create a feeling of uncomfortableness, but it is true. And I can't tell you how they would tell me all of these awesome things that were happening, but then tell me how it wasn't what they expected. They kind of didn't like it. And they were talking about all this negative stuff. And what I basically reminded them of is that this is a self-sabotage aspect. If you are getting awesome results, but can only focus on the negative, you are getting more success than you could ever imagine, because your mind does not, if it's coming from this previous state of being single, it does not want to align or believe we are getting this much success this fast. And this is why knowing your specific person is just a thought away is actually a really terrifying idea. And it can actually cause us to worry or stress more. I want to just repeat this again. This is a literal thing that you are going to run into after watching these videos, because your reality is kind of confused or sometimes doesn't feel as if it wants to change that fast. Because the idea of change in our reality is actually, it goes against a lot of our cultural beliefs, because, and our own internal beliefs, or our, I guess, limiting beliefs for that matter. Because if we were to change overnight, let's say you think your way right here to your specific person, you assume it and they show up. In this way, is your mind not going to immediately think, well, if I was able to do it that fast, why did I run into problems previously? Why did I waste all that time? Was I even having a problem in the first place? Your mind is going to go through all of these thoughts and all of these worries. But here's the thing, that's okay. It's okay if your specific person comes right now. And I know this probably isn't something you'd hear from a manifestation coach, or maybe you think you would, but it's okay to receive massive amounts of love and abundance in your reality. When I tell you that's a bigger problem than worrying about nothing happening, I am being totally serious. And what I wanted to kind of give always as a little mood booster and a success booster, because I can go into details about those 3 calls that I had today. I'll have to do it in another video because I wanted to use this success story for this video. And it just shows you how quick and how close you are to your manifestation. So this person commented on one of my videos, because I think this is a really good example of this. They were, hey Kyle, I manifested unexpected texts from my specific person while listening to this video. Thanks for all you do. If they're specific, let's say in a reality where that's impossible, that your specific person is not a thought away. Let's say that's something we believe. How is this possible? How can this happen? Like the previous video, I think a couple videos ago, I talk about the concept that luck does not exist. There's no such thing as luck. Obviously, again, you could be a lucky person. I always want to put that out there. But coincidence or thinking, can I actually manifest my specific person? That's not the question you should be asking. It's never a question of if you can be with them, it's always a matter of when. And this has everything to do with this video and how we are thus then creating the when based on our standards and our limiting or upper limit or our self-concept, meaning this is what we know. We go in this realm or this range of what we feel we deserve. So we need to change that right here and right now. I want you to start expecting a text. I want you to start expecting a call. I want you to start expecting a date, because I want to reiterate, because I think it's a really funny concept. You are more likely to be stressed out by too much success than not having a success at all. This is something I have found in almost all of my coaching sessions, because otherwise people just accept this massive success. And this is something that you want to do right here, right now, at this very moment. Look at the success story and know this is literally just the only thing in the way of you and the success is your standards. What do you allow yourself to think on a daily basis? No longer are you thinking single thoughts. Are you assuming single actions or a single beliefs? This is no longer you. You can make a decision right here, right now. Don't even leave this video without making this decision. You are now someone who sets your standards higher. What are going to be those standards? Pick 3 things in your reality that align with your specific person and set your standards higher. Maybe it's your mental diet. Maybe it's the way you control your emotions or the way that you treat your physical body. These are 3 standards that you can raise right here and right now, and you are going to see a world of a difference just by doing this. Do not leave this video without making this assumption and changing those standards. Take out a piece of paper, I've been holding this pen this whole time for this moment for you to write down these standards that you are no longer going to do. What are you no longer going to accept in a loving and abundant way? How are you going to treat your mind? How are you going to treat your body? What emotions are you no longer allowing for yourself? When I say this, it is okay to feel sad, to feel down, and feel not so good sometimes. That's okay. But we want to set the standard that we are going to create more love, more happiness, and more abundance in our reality. And if you know that your specific person is literally just a thought away, I want you to leave a thumbs up and a like on this video. If you did have any questions on this or wanted to comment your own standards that you are no longer accepting, comment them in the comment section down below. Or if you wanted to send me them personally or reach out to me, head over to kyleaugustcoaching.com. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I had so much fun making this video, and I'll see you in my next video tomorrow.